Hello, it's Colette. This is me back with a little book review, one that I've literally devoured in the last 3 days and have been very, very impressed with. It's called The Three Secrets of Aging, a Radical Guide, and it says, Psst, it ain't over yet, and it's by John C. Robinson. Now, this book came to me at the right time. I was really looking for this book, and I'll explain why in a minute. But let me just read the back blurb to you. The first wave of 76 million baby boomers, representing 28% of the American population, turns 65 in 2011, and they will live longer than any previous generation in history, at least 15 years more than their parents, creating an entirely new stage of human life. But what is this revolutionary longevity for? Just to get old and die? No. The three stages of aging suggest instead that our final stage of life offers an astounding new evolutionary process, an initiation into an entirely new stage of life, a transformation of self and consciousness, and a revelation of new and sacred world right where we are. Part memoir, part discussion, part invitation to enlightenment, this book outlines the profound spiritual possibilities of aging and a blueprint for the enlightened elder in the 21st century. And that's what it does. It says what it means and it does what it means. Now, I was looking for this book. The background to it is about 5 years ago, I wrote my menopause book, a spiritual menopause book that was a bit humorous, but was really about the understanding of menopause as an initiation into our grandmother years and what to expect from that spiritually. And it was very much a spiritual memoir as well as a practical and physical one. It was mainly spiritual. I'll give a wee link to my book in the description page underneath. So I'd written that 5 years ago and had been quite happily moving along that pathway, was entering my grandmother years, looking forward to that sense of what next. And literally the what next became a kind of a bit of a jumble and a muddle. And a few months ago, I actually, age 54, one of my illnesses, which is autoimmune, flared up, and I was off work for nearly 2 months. And within that time, because I had to rest a lot, I actually had an eye disorder, so I couldn't read or do anything. So there was a lot of time for looking inward and deciding what was going on. Within that time, I realised that not only couldn't I go back to work the way I had been, but I actually didn't want to. And that was a massive thing for me because I've always been a bit of a workaholic. I've always wanted to be the best pharmacist, then the best clairvoyant, then the best writer. And I've worked very hard. But with this illness, I knew I couldn't go back to that way, but also more disturbing to me was the thought that I didn't want to. And I was now on a journey to figure out how to live the rest of my life, even though I was only 54 at the time, that allowed me to be the person I'm meant to be, my authentic self, and also where that would take me spiritually. So when I come out of that, I rearranged my schedule. I cut back massively in work and the way that I work too. And it got me thinking of, what next spiritually. And I couldn't really find anything out there that was catching my attention. And so when I read about this book, I just had to have it. And it was perfect. The author himself at age 54 had an illness that made him reassess his life. And what happened after that was he started to go into the spiritual flow. And the book is in three parts. The first part is his memoir as to how he got to that stage and how he was a bit terrified like me about giving up on a lot, your persona, how you've been perceived, all this sort of thing. That part was fantastic. And then we go into the 3 secrets of aging themselves, and obviously I'm not going to tell you what they are because I want you to buy the book, because the book is fantastic. It is amazing, and although the secrets, when you're reading them, you go, yeah, I know, I understand that. They're still the author's gift to you, and for that you need to buy the book. In saying that, they were enlightenment in itself, and I just went through the first and the second part of the book going, yeah, I understand that. Oh, I felt that. I feel that way. I want to feel that way. And it was just such a cozy feeling of warmth, being enveloped in this knowledge and this, yeah, you're not on your own. There's a lot of people feeling this, a lot of people that are moving forward spiritually to be elders, to be a sense of the people that the world and their communities and their families need on a spiritual level. The third part is a kind of appendix, and actually that's a part I thoroughly enjoyed as well, because it's got all the appendices in it about the gifts that we can not only receive from becoming spiritual elders, but what then we can give back. And basically, these are sort of mentioned in the second part, but it doesn't go into too much detail. And I felt rather than referring to them at that time, I'd just keep reading, and actually enjoyed doing it that way. And then I had this third part where it was literally light bulbs going off all the time, and a sense of, yes, that's my direction, that's the way I'm going, this is amazing. And I can't recommend the book enough. It is fantastic. I will not let go of this book. I'll recommend it. I've already recommended it to at least 10 people. Now, a couple of them have not actually been people like 55 age group to upwards. A few of them have been men and women who are in their 40s but are suffering from degenerative diseases like ME and MS that have literally, in a way, had age forced on them early and have been left spiritually in a bit of a wilderness. And I've actually been recommending this book to them because it fits. If you have been like a high flyer, great career, or a wonderful sort of mum, all in, all doing everything, and then suddenly you're in a place where your body has said, stop, that's it, no more. You need this book, because theoretically it's like premature menopause, you're into premature aging, so you need this spiritual book too. But for anybody who's about age 50 to 96 or whatever, it's never too late to read this book. I don't care if you're 92 or 98, you should read this book, because there's so much in it. But there's, in my own practice of clairvoyance or whatever, I see people in their 60s and 70s, and some of them, their lives contract, they go in the way, and because of that, they tend to become more bitter and more, what's life about? It's all sore, it's all that. My children have grown up, and there's an edge of isolation and bitterness, and why me kind of thing. And then there's people that they move more spiritually, and their life, just the horizons open up. Now that doesn't mean they're going to climb mountains anymore, or they're swimming 40 miles. We're not talking about the physical here, we're talking about the spiritual, and they just glow. I mean, I know a woman who's in her 70s, and I hope she knows that I'm talking about her, but as a grandmother, a spiritual grandmother, she walks in the room and she just glows. She absolutely glows, and I just see the goodness and the joy and that just glow of someone that's contented come through. And also, what I like about her is she will ask things. If she doesn't know something, she doesn't assume she knows it all. She wants to learn, she wants knowledge, and that to me is what this stage in our lives, it's what it's all about. So this book basically is showing us how to kind of live with heaven on earth, how to achieve the level of consciousness where we're finding joy and we're finding beauty and harmony in every day, and it's just magnificent. And you can read it whatever path, whatever religion you're on. It really doesn't matter. This is about spirituality rather than religion. But the author does mention, Jesus and Native American past and Buddha. It's all in there because it's all the one thing. Um, and I'm going to put this away for a week or two, and then I'm going to go back and read the lessons again, and I'm going to read the things that resonate with me, and if things look as though I'm not there, I'm going to work on them, and that's why this book is a gift. So if you feel that you want to age in a spiritual way, this is your book. If you've been prematurely aged by illness, this may be your book as well. I would give it 5 stars out of 5. I can't recommend it highly enough, and I really want to shake Mr. Robinson's hand, because it helped me at a time where I couldn't quite define what I needed, and he gave me the words. He took my ideas and put them into words, and now I'm putting them into action. So this is the book. It should be available all over the place, but mainly Amazon's and whatever. It is an American novel, not a novel. It is American, but it's available. It's O Books, which is an imprint of John Hunt, and normally you can get John Hunt or O Books in many places online, and some good bookshops too. Okay, so here's your book. I hope you've enjoyed my little review of it. On this channel, obviously, I'll be doing reviews and giving you resources that I think will help and will be something for you to enjoy, and this is one of them. So many blessings from Scotland, and I look forward to you even commenting once you've read the book and let me know how much it helped you, or if you've got questions about spiritual aging, put them in the comments box and I'll try my best to get back to you. So here we go, another look, The 3 Secrets of Aging. That's your book. Bye now.